I want to take a second. I want to talk to you about two of my favorite broadheads, okay? So we have the Devastation and we have the Carnage. And I love both of these broadheads. Now both these broadheads are by Interlock. There you go. That's your rages everybody goes crazy over, right? See that rubber band? I have zero faith in that rubber band to hold everything together. Zero. I watched them fail time and time again. So in this video, what I'm going to tell you is, take a few minutes, check them out, go over to www.interlock.com. I need you to tell them Big Sexy sent you, okay? And I want you to join us in taking the Interlock Challenge. Just to prove to you guys, I do use the Carnage broadhead. I'm not making it up. This is my repertoire. So we have pink, American flag, and green. And I'm going to show you the broadhead. I have it actually on my truck, so hold on one second. Well, here, let me show you one I shot a deer with. Let's make this easy so you know I'm not full of crap. This is a broadhead that was used to shoot a big doe this year. It is actually, here, I'll open it up. Okay, so what happens, you can see all the dirt and gunk on this. This is what it looks like open, okay? What happens is this plunger gets forced back. Now, as that plunger gets forced back, you see that tip? And then all your heads lock in place like this. And I'm being very careful because they're sharp, even after shooting a deer. Okay, so that's what your Carnage looks like. It is a badass broadhead. Now, there's a brand new one. So you see there's not much difference from the brand new one. Okay, so it starts. You gotta watch, they're sharp like every broadhead, so I'm gonna hold it by the plastic. Okay, so it starts. If you look, there's these little grooves. See the little grooves? Okay, so those little grooves is what them blades lay in. And then when you come to the back, let me hold this plastic. You can see, nobody's afraid the camera's over there. There's little grooves in the metal as well, okay? So, what happens when we put these together, this broadhead is going to lay just like that. And when this shoots and goes off, as I showed you on this one, the plunger pushes back, locks them blades in place. It's a fail-safe. It has to open. I mean, there's no other way unless that plastic plunger would just snap and break off. But I'm telling you that it's solid. I mean, I can squeeze it, hit it. I've done a lot of testing with this thing. I love this broadhead. This broadhead is incredible. Talk about shoot straight. Oh, this thing is like a field point, man. 100% like a field point. I had a couple people make some comments, and one of the comments made was, if you want to trust a sticker, how did he say it? If you want to trust a sticker to, that's on you or something. So he was more ignorant than that, but I don't remember exactly how it was worded, and we're not gonna reward ignorance. We just don't do that. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not even gonna play around. I'm gonna take the one I used to shoot a deer. So how much confidence I have in this. I'm not gonna clean it. I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm gonna stick it right back in place. Okay, so there it is, all put back together. Now what we do is, you got a ton of these stickers. Okay, you see how many stickers you got? So you get 4 of each color. And I'm gonna put this back together and reuse it. So this will be my next go-to arrow. And I'll keep using this till I can't use it anymore. Then I'll use my new ones. So what you wanna do, and it's hard to see, I apologize, is at the plastic up here, there's a little, I don't know if you call it perforated or a lip right here. You're gonna start your sticker on that, okay? Now that sticker will go most of the way of the metal on that metal grommet on the bottom, okay? And most of the way of the plastic. So you cover just about all of it. Now what you're gonna do is, you're gonna roll it and make sure it sticks in your edges. Again, every broadhead, guys, is sharp. Please use your head. You know, don't just do dumb stuff. Now, if you are shooting a bow, that is sufficient, okay? If you're shooting 400 feet per second or more, it is recommended to use a second. And it is also recommended, if you use a second, to overlap your seam. So I like letting my seam loose. You see my seam loose? Now I'll put it down here as I go. But this is so I know where I wrap my second, because this is for these are for my crossbow, not my compound. I shoot both. And what you do is I take my sticker and I will split the seam with my other sticker right in half, like that. Then I know that I took that seam and split it, okay? And then what I'll do is start pressing that back on. Okay, go back and forth till it's firm. I know the edges are down. And then I will go back and forth, keep rolling the arrow, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, okay? Now, once it's all set in place, my edges are down, that is what your Carnage broadhead looks like, okay? That is what your Carnage broadhead looks like. Tell me that ain't awesome looking. Let me tell you something. If you're like me and you have had in the past experience where, so I really hate to use the name, but I'm going to say it, Wasp broadhead, made a broadhead with a very big rubber O-ring. And I shot the biggest buck of my life in 2002. And I'm telling you, to this day, that broadhead never opened. I have never hit a deer where I hit that deer and it did not open. So I hit a deer, my arrow went in 4 to 5 inches. I never found that deer. I spent a lot of time in tears, I guess would be the answer. Apologize, I got bit by a bee. I spent a lot of time crying. And really, I don't know how to say it, but the truth. So I didn't archery hunt that season. I was absolutely devastated. I never want to feel like that again. So I use Carnage broadheads. I don't like the rubber bands. I feel like they're, if they dry rot, they open too soon. If they don't. Now, a lot of guys say that sticker idea is ridiculous. I've heard the comment a few times on my Facebook post. I think a lot of you like it. Let me put this in my quiver so I don't. Okay. And then one thing I do, so you see the way the tape, like here's the seam, and the tape rolls that way. So as I put them in my quiver, one thing I do like to do is I like to roll them and turn them with it. And if you do that, it keeps that broadhead tape from peeling. Okay? And that really helps keep that intact. Okay? So there's all my pink, American flag, green, and gray. Okay? Yeah, I don't know. I could use all flag and come back and use all pink, and I like mixing them up. I think they're cool. For you women, this pink one's really badass. I've hunted in the rain, and I don't hunt in the rain often, but very light rain. And I've had moisture and, all those things. And stickers never came off for me, ever. If they did, truthfully, I have enough faith, I would probably just put a piece of Scotch tape on this over around it. But anyway, I'm trustworthy enough, and this is just me, and that broadhead, that this plunger is so forced back that I would put a piece of Scotch tape around that if there was an issue. So for the guys commenting about the sticker, I would have no doubt you could put a piece over around that and work. Does it say that? Does it approve that? No. But the thing is, how many broadheads do you shoot where the plunger, it has a plunger that actually, look at that. I mean, just look, it just opens. There's no, these actually tuck into these slots, okay? And the moment that plunger hits, it deploys. And the force of going through holds your blades in place. So everything's based on the force and the penetration. I mean, it's, I don't know, man. I shot one this year. I had blood 4 foot high on corn stalks. I mean, it was incredible, the trail it left. Last year we shot one, did the same thing. It just threw it everywhere. Now, let's go to the reality of this. Does your shot count? Well, of course. If you don't hit a vital, then I don't care how good your broadhead is, your chances are still slimmer than ever. But I go back to the rubber band. I don't like them, you know, just me. So let's talk about the Devastation for a second. So the Devastation. We're gonna open this pack, okay? I have one on my son's bow has the Devastations on. So let's talk about Devastation. I'm gonna just pull one out for now. Well, maybe all of them the way it's going. Okay, Devastation broadhead. Now, years ago, I used to shoot a rocket broadhead. It was a bone-crushing rocket. I absolutely loved the bone-crushing rocket, okay? Used it for years. That had a rubber band, right? These are, again, all based on pressure. Look, when it hits, it forces them open and deploys. Look at that. Now, that's got a cutting pattern, fellas. And that's it. That's it. And they fly just like a field point too. Do I think these, here, let me grab a done one. You know, your ones done with tape on, fly better? Maybe a little bit. I just think because they're so tight and wound that they shoot more like a field tip, but I love these things. Love these things. I don't know what it is. I stand by them. The other thing I like, and this one, I have a deployed one. Here's one that shot a buck this year. So this is not the Devastation. I forget which one this is. But again, I'm an Interlock fan. I don't know what to tell you. So this is the same setup, not a biggest cut, okay? But they all deploy. Now, all I did is took a knife, okay? All I did is took a knife, cleaned out the grooves, and you hear it click? It's spring-loaded. Listen. When I push it front and it relocks, listen. Right there. Did you hear it? So that stays locked in place until it hits pressure. Now, once it hits pressure, and I don't want to miss and cut myself, but you can see them lifting, it deploys. So let me see if I can do it this way. So as soon as it hits, okay, it just deploys them. Boom, there they are. And dude, you just can't, you can't, I don't think you can go wrong. I hate rubber bands. I hate them. I have no faith in a rubber band setup. Thanks for watching. God bless. Hope you enjoy them as much as I do. Have a great day, guys.